All right, so now we have the the long-awaited XQC and his girlfriend drama, the gaming warlord himself, or should I say the relationship warlord. Him and his girl broke up. There's a big drama going back and forth, but this is an hour and a half, just over an hour and a half. Yeah, we're just gonna watch it. We're gonna edit it in parts basically because I can't be asked to watch all of it. That's gonna be long as fuck. So yeah.
Wait, 3 hours? There's no, dude, come on, man. There's no shot. Because I promise I'm not even lying, man.
Wait, she talked about for 3 hours. Oh my
I didn't see any of these clips. Wait, there was 41,000 people that were on the Reddit logged in during that time.
let's.
My defense, though, I don't think has been a singular event in
weeks.
Oh, there you go.
He'll stand that he already did not want to go weeks before. Yes, weeks before.
Okay. In my defense, though, I don't think has been a singular event that I said that I would go that I intended to go. I always change my mind. That's just, everybody knows this. It's a very known thing.
He already did not want to go weeks.
I mean, I get that. You don't want to
Yes,
change
weeks
plan. You
before.
don't want to stick to one plan because
Then
plans
a
change.
whole week passes by.
the whole point of
The
plans.
week after that was pretty good. I mean, like, pretty good.
Bro, his
Then
facial expression.
The next week comes around, okay? There was something that me and Felix did, and I think that it really set off some shit, okay?
No, for real? Well, that's basically a big cliffhanger for people to get drawn in.
Really set
If she repeats it like 2-3 times, then you know.
still stand that he already did not
5 minutes.
Alright, cool. Where's the skipping?
something
The words, but
off some shit, okay? Two little things. Two little things that we did, that we chose as a couple.
Bro, get to
Just
the
like
point. This
some
I'm
of the
telling you. If
other
she keeps
things that
repeating it,
happened
like
that
it's
made
you're
them all
making it
fucking
dramatic for
pissy
no
and
reason.
upset.
Sure.
We chose them as a couple.
Okay.
Period.
Alright.
Okay?
Do your thing.
These last two things within the last couple weeks really, just for whatever reason, got under these motherfuckers' skin.
whoa. Come on,
Okay.
man.
Bro, don't
And
call his
they
fucking
start doing
family.
weird,
bro.
crazy shit.
The fuck, that's so
Felix
unnecessary.
is not putting a stop to it. Then the ultimate like peak happens, right? So that then the event that happened on the very last day.
Look at all this.
Person A peak happens, right? So that then the event that happened on the very last day. Person A goes batshit ballistic.
Bear in mind, she's probably exaggerating shit, and he's gonna be probably exaggerating shit just to make it more like dramatic. Because actually, so far, what XQC has done, he's making it the opposite of dramatic. He's trying to keep it down. He's like, okay, cool, it's my fault. Let's stop. Let's move on. But then again, he did leak it, so he created something. You know what I mean? But it wasn't for clout or nothing. Cause the brother's doing good. He doesn't need that shit for clout. I just think. As he said, he's been keeping shit for so long. He's been tanking all the fucking, well, it's for his mental. You know, he doesn't want to fuck his mental. He just wanted to spat out something. He wanted to talk about with someone, other than his family. So
Felix calls me, fucking starts telling me all kinds of shit, whatever.
look at that.
Go back. I say to him, all I need you to do is please tell your family to just keep me out of it. This genuinely has nothing
Doesn't
to
concern
do
you.
with me. You guys made you like, it's really hard not to give you full context, and I understand that. I know that it's hard to follow along.
Be honest with you, I don't remember this particular part.
Okay.
Because she hasn't talked about anything. She's just seeing something really
family's
bad happen. That's it.
Conniving.
Like how you see how for like 2 minutes she's been saying something bad happened, but you haven't gone to the point yet. Like
They
let's go. Come on.
made an arrangement. There
Okay,
was
there it is.
something that was supposed to happen. Felix never told me it was no longer happening. No one ever told me it was.
Context is not even that bad. I mean, guys, like I said, this doesn't make anybody mad. We're supposed to go to dinner as a whole, and trying to like fix shit or like talk about stuff or whatever. We're supposed to all go to dinner, and then there was like some problems, whatever. I don't know what it was, and then
So basically, there was supposed to be a dinner that was supposed to fix everything. Not fix everything, but kind of calm down the whole like conflict between both parties and just kind of chill out. You know, like just have a dinner. You know what I mean?
whenever they got
You pissed with your girl, you invite her to dinner, kind of calm down, have a good time.
home, it was only me, my dad, and Nick that were just gonna go like on dinner on our own or whatever. That's just it. It's not like a bad leak or whatever. It's not.
It was no longer happening. They walked in the door, and I was like, "Yo, like, don't come at me sideways like that. There's really no need. Like, I don't see what the issues are. Whatever."
What?
Then everything made sense because they all changed their plans because they're conniving, right? And then me and
Oh, so she's basically saying that they had plans to go to dinner, but they kind of changed plans behind her back, so she doesn't have to go.
Felix are alone in our room for 2 seconds while we're getting ready, and I was like, Felix, all I need you to do is go down there and say, "Hey, guys, everyone is getting a little bit out of control.
Okay, typical.
Everyone should
that was
tone it down a
expected.
little because I love all of you. Keep her out of it. She didn't understand what was going on today. I didn't tell her what was going on today. That was my fault. My fault. Let's all calm the tensions and everyone relax. Go down there. None of that said.
Okay.
They're throwing a jab.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna speed this shit up because it's gonna be like this one.
Like a
Okay, like I said, I want to protect her so she doesn't get backlash. Okay, it's just kind of hard because now she's like, talking about the whole story or whatever. I'm trying to protect her as best as I can. Okay, legitimately. But some of these stories.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she. Okay, I'm gonna slow it down because I know some people ain't gonna get what he's saying. Like, like on normal speed, it's hard to understand what the fuck
Like,
this guy's saying.
The reality is that I didn't think going to dinner was a big problem. Okay, so I felt like everybody was wrong. My parents were wrong. She was wrong.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like he's like kind of taking the blame. He just wants everything to be over. So that's what I'm trying to say. He's not really exaggerating nothing. Whereas she's like, okay, guys, listen, something really bad happened, and she goes on for 3 minutes saying like something bad happened, and then she just goes into it. Like you just get it to the
I
point.
thought
you know what I
everybody
mean?
was wrong. So I did something that is playing me wrong. I was like, you know what, dude? I'll just go to dinner with them for like an hour, and I'll come back, and the storm will pass. That was my thinking. My thing was, if I go to dinner,
Yeah,
okay,
literally,
I'm not
that's what I
argue with
said.
them, and at the same time, okay, I know there's a lot of fun. I just go to dinner and I come back home. Okay, so I didn't defend anybody. It was too much at the time. It was a lot of yelling downstairs. It was crazy. Dude, even Zon was upstairs, just like in his own room, and it was like a lot of fucking yelling, and it was like fucking.
Yeah, so basically he has a roommate called Zoms that moved in, and he's just a stranger. Like he knows XQC from back Alwish days. Like they just like, you know what I mean. So he's just upstairs hearing all of this screaming and shouting and conflict, but it's crazy.
Crazy, like
attacks
dude,
at me, verbal jabs, verbal little comments, this and that.
That's it. It's just it.
And I'm just standing there, and I'm just saying, okay. I mean, you would not even realize that I was in a room of adults. I got to be quite honest.
Oh, so you're saying you're the only adult
Felix
in that
is
room?
there, and all
Yeah, you see that? Like that is no. I don't fuck with that shit. Like
I'm
purposely
doing is
trying
looking
to.
at Felix the whole time, hoping that he says this one little thing that I begged him to say. Like,
Okay, listen. It's whatever, guys. The cat's out of the bag, I guess. Whatever. Okay. The reality is that my brother, okay, is very protective of me, and I'm very protective of my brother. Okay, we're very close together.
As you're supposed to. As you're supposed to be, your blood fucking brother.
Me and my brother are like we're like blood. We're brothers, man. What can I tell you, man?
Yeah.
We've always been brothers. He's always been very by nature protective, and I'm very protective of him as well. I try my best to protect him. He protects me as well. And what happened is that it's very unfortunate. But before all of this even happened, okay, what happened is that there was a big crossfire, okay, of both sides. It'd be me, my girlfriend, him, his girlfriend. There's a big crossfire that ended up him moving out and being on his own, his girlfriend, and he was very hurt by it. Okay, he was very hurt, and it was very sad.
Just think about it this way, right? XQC lived with his brother for like very long, and then as soon as Adept or whatever her name is came to his house, like that's where the conflict started. So like if you think about it, if there's no problem and then something and it becomes a problem all of a sudden, then you're trying to look at what changed. And the only thing that changed in between that time frame is her coming over. So who's, you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
like no blame. I'm not trying to put blame. I'm just kind of
That's
stating
normal thing,
facts.
okay? And everyone was very sad. So whenever they went home to fix everything or whatever, or we were supposed to go to dinner all together, and they changed the plan on the fly, which I think is kind of dog shit. I'll agree to that. I agree 100%. She's right. Okay. Like I said, she's not wrong about anything. Nobody's wrong about anything. It's all just opinions. Okay.
Right,
It was
yeah.
really
So
like-
so that's what I'm trying to say. There's no right or wrong in an argument. No, there is. Okay, don't get me wrong. There is a person right or wrong in an argument, but Well, there always is someone right or wrong. He's just basically trying to put it into a nice way, saying that there's no right or wrong because he doesn't want to cause any more conflict. You know what I mean? But from my perspective and from everyone else's perspective, you're trying to look for who's right, who's wrong, or whose side to pick. He's just trying to say, don't pick a side.
Change the plan on the fly, and
Which
we
is
were
healthier.
gonna go dinner all together. It was
But the
all
internet's
me,
not healthy. They're like
my
fucking
brother and my
little
dad.
rats trying to.
But my brother was so sad at the time that I kind of want to just connect with him, okay, and kind of reassure him because you know he was very hurt and very very sad, okay, and I wanted to go to dinner with him so I could at least connect with my brother because I haven't talked to him, I haven't connected with him in weeks because all the problems. So I thought I'm just gonna go to dinner with him, I'll connect with him, and I'll come back home and I'll connect with her, and we'll try to put the pieces together. But then,
Yeah, basically, the whole thing is essentially the whole thing is him trying to pick between his girl, or him trying to pick between his family, and bro, like almost anyone, and I guarantee almost anyone's gonna pick the latter. You know what I mean? The family, right?
But then, like I said, they were rude to her.
Like they're acting. Okay, no,
and then I didn't want to
Let
have
the
a
clip
crossfire
play.
again. So I just wanted to fucking extract and go to dinner.
Like she's
dinner.
she's acting like they're married or engaged. Like you're just his girl, and if anything, they. From what I've heard, is they're broken up and going back together like bad times. So it's not a healthy relationship to start off with. It's been also toxic because there was one time where she made him mute his stream, because they wanted to argue, and he's like, no, I don't want to argue. I'm working right now. Can we do this later? And he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna unmute and see. You know what I mean? Like, it's toxic as fuck. So if you want him to pick between you and family, you need to be like married. You need to be healthy. You need to ensure him that you are worthy to be picked. You know what I mean? Because that's a big thing. Family. You know what I mean?
So yeah, it's also my fault. So I did bad. I didn't defend her right there, 1v6 or whatever. I didn't do it.
Like, just
No, don't say one reason. Just say you picked your family, or like, and that's
please,
it. Make it
just
more
calm the
understandable. You
tensions,
don't have to be
make
nice
everyone be
about it.
adult and be respectful, please. Like, just looking at him, hoping he'll do it.
Parasocial level.
Doesn't do it. And I say, Felix, before you walk out that door, isn't there something that you want to say?
Hell no.
Like, we talked
No.
and we had something that we wanted to tell everyone, right?
No.
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 Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not gonna go through with the plan that
No,
I just
I'm gonna
tried to
pick
work
my
with
family.
you.
The environment was in an absolute fucking chaotic disaster, dog shit. I just wanted to get the fuck out, extract, and cool down. I didn't think that going and saying that on the spot would have helped anything. I just felt like
Yeah. At that point, you just leave it how it is. Anything else is gonna create more drama. Anything less is gonna piss her off. So you just keep it as it is, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's the best way to do it.
which is not helping.
Because I guarantee, if he followed what she wanted him to say to his family, it would have caused more problems. And then it would have helped her. It would have fucked everything up between him and his
so that
family.
we
So
can
just
settle
keep it as
everything
it is, and that's
like
it.
in a
He
mature
picked.
way. And
It
he's
was
like,
a
no.
good thing. What are you doing?
And person C goes and says something. And it was the most absurd,
I don't remember that.
hypocritical shit I ever heard in my fucking life. And I said, oh, really? Okay, well, mask off then. And I fucking mask off then. And I threw it right back.
I mean, it was pretty
And
bad.
the whole person, B, C, A, D, all sat there with their jaws open.
I mean, it was
all of them.
pretty cooked.
And that was pretty much the end of that.
Babe, wake up.
And then when we got back, I was like, yo, I asked you to do one, when we got back to just talking one-on-one, I was like, yo, one-on-one, I asked you to do one thing. You didn't do it. I asked you to do one thing. You didn't do it. One thing.
Exactly.
I go, what was I supposed to do?
So all of this can be resumed yesterday when I looked at her, and then we kind of like agreed they were like a final and it was done. So I tried to put all of this into one simple comment I did yesterday, and it was that whenever I met up with her, we knew it was done. That's it. And I even said on street that I agreed that it was my fault.
Yeah, I don't get it. That's what I'm trying to understand is like he knew it was done, and he's saying that she knew it was done, and she's not denying anything. And they knew like instantly, and they knew it for a long time. And it's like at that point, if you knew, then why still talk about it? That means if you're still talking about it, that means you didn't know, and you still don't know, because if you're still talking about the whole situation, blah blah, what happened, blah blah blah. That means you didn't know that you guys were gonna split up. You just didn't know, and you still don't know. Cause it's, you know what I mean, like, cause if you know you want to like split off, then you stop talking about it and you move on. You know what I mean? It's not, and especially doing it over the internet. That's man. And his brother's like, he pulls 60K views like every fucking. Yesterday he pulled Well, this stream right here, he pulled 110k views.
Okay,
Like,
we're
that's
done.
crazy.
I feel like
And everyone's watching
all
that
this,
shit. Like,
there's no point elaborating about this. It's a difference. It's a difference, and it's a thing that I didn't do. That if I were put in a situation, I wouldn't have done it. Okay, this was a disaster, and that's it.
wait, what did he say?
Put in a situation, I wouldn't have done it. Okay, it's a difference, and it's a thing that I didn't do. That if I were put in a situation, I wouldn't have done it. Okay, this was a disaster, and that's it. End of story.
Do. Oh my god.
Oh, so you're saying if it was a different situation, he would have done it differently. I'm saying you did just. I wish you would have said no regrets.
God, I
know
can't
this.
believe you said that. I can never forgive you. Oh my God, I can never. I go, oh, so after they said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
How many in my store?
jabs, I was still supposed to keep my mouth shut and not say a thing back. I go, that's absurd. Say less. That's
I want war. I don't want to have. I want competition and a war in the middle of the house when Zom's upstairs. I just want to go to fucking dinner, bro. I want to get some kebabs. I was gonna get some kebabs. I want to get some kebabs, bro.
that's good.
Kebabs.
We're good. We're good.
It's lame
That's
as
The
fine.
kebabs are kind of busting. I ain't gonna count.
that you were forced and pressured
So-
to
No,
leave.
it's fine. I'm not gonna. I can think about it for that. It's fine.
All that to say, I mean, I tried until the very fucking end. The very fucking end to go, let's do things right. And
Yeah, no.
still, even after I went home, even still, yo, please give me, listen, what I just went through over there was some obscene shit. You lived and worked with my family for years. 4 fucking years. 4.5 years, like literally 4.
Okay, her family's fantastic though.
Okay. Why does that matter? How does that have to do with anything?
Okay, that's not comparable. Okay, my family is absolutely cooked and mental. Okay, her family is absolutely fantastic. I can't.
I respect him for saying that. That takes so much fucking guts to say, because I have the same shit. The amount of times that a gal I've been with tries to compare me, their family, and mine, and say like, why isn't, bro? You can't be comparing families. First of all, second of all, no one's the same as yours. Like, no one has the same family as you. No one has the same life as you. So stop trying to compare my fucked up thing with your perfect thing. I get it. Your family's perfect. Okay, cool. You're living in some fairy tale, happily ever after shit, like Disney shit. Like, I ain't on that. And what do you want me to do? I can't change. Like, half of them already 40, 50 years old. They ain't gonna change. But my cousins that are 12, 11, or brothers and sisters can change. They're young. They'll change in 10, 20 years. But the older ones that you have the problem with, they ain't going to change. So you either deal with it, or you find someone that has you find another guy that has the perfect family, and you guys can be perfect together. Like fuck off, man.
Her mother is fantastic. Her,
About, oh, you just tried to stay in my family for 4 years, and we helped him, and we did this. Okay, cool. I can live with your family, but you can't live with mine. So there's the problem already.
Dad is great. Everybody, it's her brother. They're all crazy. My family is not incomparable. It's like actual.
4.5 years.
It's not.
At least you have the same situation as him. But at the end of the day, you still, you know what I mean? You still love everyone in your family. So
And they never
Despite
made you
all
feel
of
that
that
way a
shit.
single moment in your fucking life. Ever. You didn't even talk to your family for the first 4 years of our fucking relationship. Ever.
Okay.
And that's how you repay not only me, but all of us. I go, you have any idea how worried
who does he have to repay? I'm just curious. Who is he repaying? Who does he have to repay? Because you have a problem with his family, all of a sudden he has to repay. Okay. He didn't do what you wanted him to do. He's wrong in that, and he's wrong, and his family's wrong about changing, not going to dinner like last minute behind your back. That's Gucci. But it's like, why does he have to repay? You're the one that has the problem. What the fuck he
Everyone
has to
was.
repay? And why is your family even a part of anything?
when
Why
they
do
heard
you
the context
involve?
of what was
the
going
hell?
on. 'Cause I
You're
called
just
my
involving your family for no reason now.
mom. And I was like, Mom, like, I need to go home. Like, this is, like, I'm living in the movies. Like, I need to go home. Like, I'm concerned. And my mom's like, yo, maybe we should send a family member out there and have them bring you back. And you guys come back together so you're not alone. And, like, I'm worried about you. And I'm like,
Yeah, whoa. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know what she's wearing this. Okay.
Bro,
Like I said, Simi's not wrong about any of this. Okay.
Bro,
But it
she's
wasn't.
acting like she's being held captive by the fucking Ukrainians, and she's about to get fucking teeth pulled out in a
Like
fucking
that.
chair,
I
man.
don't know what
What is
that
this,
was.
GTA mission?
That was
What the
worded
fuck is
very
going on?
weirdly. Nobody was in the home. Guys, this is my house. Nobody was here. We went to dinner. We really went to dinner.
Yeah, literally,
I got
bro.
dropped
Someone in
off.
the chat said XQC works for the cartel, bro. What,
Yeah,
you want the
that was-
fucking FBI to come get your
Sis,
ass. Like,
there
what
wa-
are you
there was
talking
no,
about?
like,
Man, like I'm getting
no-
on the plane. Then
There's no reason to be worried or preoccupied.
and
Bring
here
a family
comes
member.
Mr.
Fucking
Apologist.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
so
That's what I'm trying to
sorry.
say. Like, you have the person who over exaggerates shits to get to the point, and you have the person on XQC who just he wants to mellow everything out, which is bad. At the same time, it's perfect. You know what I mean? It's a good 50-50. It's bad because it makes her story more believable. You know what I mean? If women are listening to her, they're gonna believe it more because the whole. I'm not gonna get into it. But then from the man's perspective, we kind of get his point. So you kind of have the 50-50. That's what I'm trying to say. You will have people that argue that agreeing with XQC. You have people that agreeing with his girl. There'll always be a right or wrong. There'll always be a side to pick. You know what I mean? You might never find a right or wrong, but it's always there. There's always someone that's 57% more. There's always a person who's 57% right, and then the other fucking 33% is wrong. You know what I mean? Or 43%.
It's my fault. It was all my fault. It's all my fault. Like I said, I'm not giving full. The shocking part is this is me holding back. This is me fucking holding back.
No
And I'm
way.
still giving so much info.
Okay,
But
I'm
was
also
so
holding back though.
pissed because I didn't want to be in this position at all.
Okay.
Not even a little.
Crazy.
Okay.
And so I came home,
Well, I want to listen to this. I mean,
literally
bro,
tried to explain
bro,
the whole.
Bro, this is 3 hours.
Yeah, that's
bro,
long.
I thought
As
it's
fuck.
like 3 clips.
As I said,
Bro,
I'm not gonna listen to all of it. Just the
I didn't
important
mind
parts.
if you like
Also, I'm gonna start skipping shit because.
debunked what I said or like talk about what I said, but I made like a vague thing. I said a vague thing of why something like this, and I'm pretty sure this is like her agreeing that it's like this. But now she's going into details about why it's like that. Whatever. We don't have to. I already said this is like that, and it's my fault. Boom. Done.
Yeah, literally, yeah. I've been saying that for like he fucking owned up to it. He just wants it to be done, but she's still piling
So,
up.
like I said,
But I think the only reason she's piling up is because she's. I'm not gonna say salty because that's just being she's pissed that he brought up the issue, like kind of leaked that they broke up and explained why. But she's also kind of pissed because he didn't pick her over his family, which is reasonable because, as she said, he hasn't seen or talked to his family in ages, but he's stayed at her family's house for very long. They've been tight and whatever, so she would think that he would pick her over his family. By the end of the day, it's not like that, because if you flip the sides and she had to choose him or the family, she would choose her family over anything.
this is just
Like this
I don't
isn't
know
good
what's
for my
needed.
channel. It's not good for your channel. It's not good for us as people. I did nothing but love and support you, and these are the ways that you destroyed me. These are the ways that you really took
Why
advantage
do
of
the channels
situation,
matter? What
and
the fuck? Why does it
The
matter?
least you could do, the very least you could do,
Different
is simply
how?
not talk about it. So when I say that I'm beyond fucking pissed that he went and even if he fucking leaked it, still give me the fucking heads up that you just leaked it. Still give me the human decency.
Okay, I
to not
understand
fucking
that,
talk
but
about
she'll
it.
be pissed
That's what
about
I'm
it. I
saying.
understand that.
Give me the decency to process the actual mad shit that was going on.
He's
to him.
wrong about that,
It just
though.
wasn't. Literally just wasn't.
Okay. Well,
Because
this is
none of
50,
this would
I
have
think,
happened if he didn't
in the
say
relationship,
anything.
and I give her heads up. And
But then again,
asked-
he said he's been holding it in for so long that he had to say something because everyone was getting on his ass on the internet for not going to ship camp and why and this, so he had to say something. But then he said if he just went to ship camp, none of this would have happened. But then he's like, he's not this fake person that you go to ship camp and fake like nothing happened. He's a realist, and and that's what he did. So props to him for sticking to what he is, and you know what I mean.
the timeline of like how long that hold on. And
That's what I said. It's like the butterfly effect is a real thing. It always has been a real thing. The littlest things can cause the ripple effect that'll go on for very long. So there's never a right or wrong. There's never a right way to do something. There'll always be
And can everybody,
like
and
a
I wasn't getting an answer.
whiplash to it.
Initially, I think she wanted to like wait like months and just kind of like smooth it out, whatever, and just wait till like people figure out and just kind of smooth it over. But bro, I can't just fucking keep tanking. I'll be like bro, it's
Yeah,
man, guys, I
literally.
agreed about it yesterday when it was it's like, dude, I have to say something. I can't.
He
fucking-
probably has kept this
bro,
for
I can't have all
very
this over my
long
head
as well.
over months. It's gonna ruin my fucking stream and my mood. It's gonna ruin the channel, bro.
Yeah.
I like streaming, and having this over my head made streaming less fun. And at one point, I can.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's not only about streams, about anything. You go to work and you like doing something and you want to perform your best at. You can't do it if you're thinking about your girl, or if you accept her, how much you upset her, or if your family's okay with it, whatever. You want to just get over it, and so it's smoothed out and everything's Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
And tank a little bit, but I got to deal with too much, bro.
It literally.
I want to stream and have fun, bro.
And the sad part is, if I do talk about more about it in the future, which
Don't.
I don't know right now if I want to. It's very fresh for me.
No. What do you mean? You just don't do it and move on. Bro, the fact that you want to keep talking about it, that means you're not over it. You're looking for something. I just don't understand what you're looking for. Like, what are you looking to get out of it? If you're going to keep waffling about, if you're going to keep bringing out, what are you getting out of the situation? You want people to understand where you're coming from? You want people to understand what you went through in a relationship? Okay, cool. After that, what's going to happen? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you're not going to get better. Your mental's not going to get better. The only thing that you're going to get out of it is people going to fuck with you more because they relate. You know what I mean? And that gives you the chance to spit bullshit because XQC ain't on that shit.
Stop, I'm very irritated.
3 hours.
Because, man, when somebody, like...
Yeah, and literally she says, oh, I don't want to talk about it anymore. And she goes for 3 hours. Like,
when they break promises just over and over and over again, and you think that this is one that they can finally keep because they fucking tell you that it's an agreement, it is mutually agreed upon, it is an understanding, it is finally a perception lock, like you get it, you both get it. And they still just don't fucking get it, and they still don't go with their word. It is fucking disappointing. It's enraging.
I mean, we're entering Destiny level type of content now. This not only fucking log leaking and analytical fucking dialogue dating, this is literally fucking VOD review. And we went to the RP, okay? She was arresting me, and I felt like I was getting stalled. So I was raging out, and then I played my cards right, okay? Yes, it was weird, okay? It was weird, but it was RP, okay? It was weird, okay?
Yeah, so this is the situation I was talking about in the RP where some drama, I forgot, it was a long time ago. I didn't even watch the fucking, I watched it on YouTube after, but it was something about, she was a cop in RP. So GTA RP is basically like roleplay. You're role-playing as a cop, you're role-playing as a civilian, and he was a civilian and he was robbing a bank, or so he was doing something, and she was a cop, she was arresting him. It was like late in the stream and he was like tired as fuck, so he wanted the whole process to be done over and that's it. But she was taking long, she was stalling, as he said, she was like exaggerating shit. And I don't know why. It was either to get him pissed, might be a possibility, or it might be because she had to, because I don't know what. But obviously that caused some drama, some conflict. He got pissed, and and then it proceeded to what I said about she coming into his room while he was streaming and forcing him to.
I act like I was nice in the game, okay? I in the game, I was a little bit manipulated, you could say, because I wanted to punch her in the game. So what I did is that I acted nice until she got me to the front of the PD, and then I beat her character up, okay? Yeah, it was fucked, but it's because we agreed to something off stream that we need to deal with ourselves, in a more like, okay, we don't talk to, we don't whatever. So whenever I beat her, guys, I'm laughing, but dude, listen. And then she got upset, reasonably so, and then she went into real life, and then because there was a OC like sort of agreement, and I guess I kind of broke it. And
you decided, oh, you know what?
OOC is like rules that you need to follow in the roleplay like community. So you have OOC, which is out of character, which is essentially you acting and emotionally, or just you acting emotionally out of your character. So you have a character within the game, and your character has a certain personality, certain name. So if you get killed in real life, what you should do is you should act dead, and you shouldn't lash out. And OOC would be like you're getting pissed out of character, which is like you're getting pissed in real life, basically, essentially.
Even though I told Sammy a billion times I'm not going to talk about this shit on my stream, and she warned me, and she asked me, and she negotiated with me not to do this shit to her so many fucking times in the last 2 weeks. I'm up. You know what? What is she going to do? Stop playing We Were Here with her friends? Stop enjoying her stream? No. So I'm going to talk about it now.
Wait, what?
Sammy a billion times I'm not going to talk about this shit on my stream, and she warned me, and she...
And then...
Wait, who's she talking about?
Over.
No, what could ever fucking show you? Like, you honestly do not understand contextual clues if you don't understand why I did what I did there.
That day was cooked, though. That was absolutely fucking cooked up.
I don't like the public knowing things. He does when he decides it's all good, it's all dandy.
I do. It's an old story. We're playing RP. Okay.
My camera's been
in the past. It's just like
sorry,
start like negative interactions with me and RP, whatever, right? So I would always be mauled. Whenever I get everything, I get mauled. So I would get mauled at Sammy. Yeah, it was dumb. I get mauled at everybody. Okay. I get mauled at everybody.
Yeah, he's an emotional character. You could say XQC. He gets, and I'm the same way. I'm the same. Or the little shit can piss me off, and then there's days that nothing can piss me off. It's just I wouldn't say I'm bipolar. I haven't been tested yet, or I haven't gone to the doctors, but I get emotional. I change emotion. No, I don't change emotions pretty fast, but that little thing can set me off too. to cause an emotion. So
at RP. I'm tip at RP. I get fucking lol. Like, I'm not.
one side or the other. And that's not
True.
because I need any way in with people. I truly don't. I have real friends outside of stream.
no one asked.
I have real friends that I've met through streaming that we
No one asked.
have genuine friendship.
Well, I generally don't know. I generally don't know why anybody would stop looking at me if they knew something. Why would they stop looking
I
at me?
don't need them to pick
even.
sides. I don't want them to pick. Some of them.
Huh?
If I were you, I'd point out the expectation of other streamers siding with him and announce to be willing to take the damage. I don't really.
So basically so she's basically talking about now. She's talking about how, because they have mutual streamer friends, like who's gonna be picking whose sides.
give a
Basically,
fuck.
I'm guessing. What I'm gonna guess is that all the women are gonna go with her, and all of the men, or not some, if not all, are gonna go with XQC.
About most of the people that will
Okay, so basically, people that hang on XQC now, which is Hassan and Miskiv, will probably go
continue
with,
to
with
associate with
Adept.
him because there's so much that I'm just really not willing to talk about yet. And if people don't have the full image, how do I expect them to
But
know?
they don't need to know. They don't need to get the full image. They don't. They not. They ain't your therapist. They ain't your family. They just strangers on the internet that are basically paying for your wages. Like
What it is that
it's literally what they are your bosses. They dictate how much viewers you get. They dictate how much you're gonna get paid a month. You know what I mean? They're literally
Would-
they're like they're just a tier below Twitch or wherever you're streaming, because Twitch pays you the big bucks, but so do your viewers.
keep them from talking to him, I just don't care. I just
I don't know
don't
what-
give
I
a
don't-
fuck.
But it don't look like you. It don't look like that though. You do care, because you still talking about for 3 hours. Like,
it's-
what do you mean you
And-
don't care?
At the end of the day, there are gonna be some people that just genuinely like him more, and it doesn't matter.
And she knows that. That's why she's vexed. She knows that. XQC just has that personality where he can do anything. People like this brother has been cancelled. People have been trying to cancel him for years, and he started with the Overwatch thing where he got banned for doing the racist, not racist, but like an emo or being sexist, being a homophobe, but
matter what
he's
I
still not cancelled because the brother's
Say,
just
for
likable.
them, whatever he says will be true. So why would I even want to go there and get mixed up? If anything, my life will be easier if most people don't pick one side or the other. And that's not
True.
because I need any way in with people. I truly don't. I have real friends outside of stream.
Okay.
Just go absolutely bonkers sometimes. Yes, that happens. Okay, yes, there's a lot of that. Okay, but I had already said on stream that I have chemistry with a lot of people. I didn't even know some of these people. A lot.
I think the only time you should be saying you should is when you're looking in the mirror, talking in your own fucking head. I do not give a fuck what you think I should do. I truly don't. But you know what I think you should do? Use code Adept. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I know that there were people speculating like, oh, he must not have gone to shake him because they must have broken up. But like I said, that was literally, and he'll probably deny this because like I said, he word for word admitted that it would be the better scapegoat. Word for word admitted it will be the better scapegoat.
Right.
He'll deny that the reason he didn't go was already predetermined before we broke up. Things were not as weird, as bad, whatever, that our relationship in any way was keeping him from
Yes,
wanting
yeah, I feel like she thinks that I didn't talk about this on stream. Maybe she missed it, or maybe she doesn't care, and she shouldn't care because that thing's boring as fuck. Okay, but I had already said on stream that I have chemistry with a lot of people. I didn't even know some of these people. A lot of people that at the event, I didn't even know them, and I said ahead of time that I felt comfortable doing content in a smaller circle if I have to. Something reliable, like Poke and Soda. Something reliable. If all fails and I'm bad at the event, I can make content with Soda and whatever, and I think it's gonna go hard. Okay, and guys, I feel insecure about doing that, and I said I didn't feel comfortable with people that I generally did not know. Okay, that's it.
Like I said, the moment where
Bro, Jesse so he has a streamer called Jesse, who's, bro, the funniest. Like, if he's not streaming, he should, and if he is streaming, he should do a face cam, so he gets comfortable with people seeing
lot of
his
shit
face,
really-
and he should be going to these events, because that brother, he's not like, you know, them people that just like are funny, like just without trying. They just say the most, like, they just say shit or act like a certain way, and they are funny without trying, no effort. They're not like comedians where they have to, like, you know, have these jokes or have these like funny analogies, or, you know what I mean, just the way, you know what I mean, it's just the way they talk, and it's just it's like relatable comedy, and it's why it makes them
Really
funny.
blew up was
And that brother, he should like,
the incident that I
if he
talked
wants to be comfortable, he needs to invite Jesse to these events, and he'll be comfortable as fuck. And
that
of course,
incident
Soda
was like
and Poker.
for both of us a huge moment of being like, fuck, all right, yeah, this is not it.
Yeah,
And guess
literally
what? He
people
was
saying Jesse,
already
Jesse.
not going before that day even happened. It's already not going.
True.
Incident already-
And a couple of these things were relationship-based things. That's,
I talked about it earlier. I'm not gonna repeat it.
I think that goes without saying. I mean, it's why the breakup isn't the only thing. The relationship and the breakup are part of the reason.
I actually don't agree with the statement that X chose his family. I think that that's even going to be something that is going to be a way that he has tried to depict it. It's simply inaccurate, is how I feel about it. He chose avoidance, and for me, that simply was not enough.
He chose of bro. Yes, he chose avoidance, but by choosing avoidance, he chose his family. If that makes sense, because if he didn't avoid it, he would go against his family, and choose and he would have done what you asked him to do, which would have caused problems within his family, which would be choosing you over his family. You know what I'm saying? So you can word it how you want, but at the end of the day, the bigger picture is that he's either picking between them or you. That's the bigger picture. You can pick out the small little details in between that and say and depict it however you want, but the bigger picture, at the end of the day, that's how it is.
It was pure avoidance. Yeah, it was all about the self, and it was all
Well,
about
you can say avoidance. You can say you can use whatever word you want. It's
avoidance.
yeah,
It
okay.
wasn't about picking one side or the other. And that's why I don't even understand why he's trying to like. I mean, I do get it. I get why he's trying to depict it like that.
Yeah, what do you mean you don't get it?
just
What do you mean you
There's
don't
no,
get it?
yes, there's no game being played. I'm not playing any cards or being weird about this. Okay, I think avoidance is choosing. Okay, if we have a big problem.
That's literally what I said.
And
Because what else is it if it's not choosing? Avoidance. No, in that context, what else is it?
I avoid it. The logical conclusion, it's logical. You know what's gonna happen. It's not. That's still choosing. I still chose. We both chose. Me not doing the right thing meant we were gonna break up, and I didn't do the right thing. And if I put that situation, I would also not do it. So that is choosing by default. That's de facto
So the
choosing.
right call was fuck the family. And the right call, like I explained in the story, would have been.
I take responsibility for
wow,
that. That's my fault.
Everyone is
And I did
out
it.
of
I did
fucking
before.
control.
I said it yesterday. I said it today, and I'll say it again today. That is my fault. Yes.
Maybe everyone should chill the fuck out. That was the right answer.
So basically, what's happening, and it's crazy that no one's picking up on this, is he's saying that she was right and he was right and everyone was right. No, he's saying that she was right in some ways and he was right in some ways. She was also wrong in some ways. So he's basically staying neutral. But what she's saying, and she's been saying for the past I don't know how many hours, is that everything he did was wrong and everything she did was right. And everything his family did was wrong. So there's literally no right on his part. What that tells me is that it's not coming from a place of truth. It's coming from a place of protecting your own image. Because you are streaming this.
Shit on family though.
Because if this conversation was just you, XQC, and his family in a room, you wouldn't be like, oh, everything I did was right and everything you did was wrong. Everything you did was wrong. XQC, why did you do that? Why he picked avoidance? No, it wouldn't go like that because there's no cameras there. It's just you. It's a bit more intimate. There's no protecting your own image.
Everyone needs
You know
to
what I'm
relax
saying?
shitting on
Like,
family. In what world is holding everyone accountable to the behavior?
that's why
that
this
they're-
whole 3-hour stream that she did, she should have done it with his family in a room and talked about it. That's what it shouldn't be for the cameras. It shouldn't be, oh, thank you for the 50 gifted subs. Oh, thank you, use code Adept. You know what I mean? Like,
shitting on family.
Well, I mean, you should call him psycho and conniving and nuts. I mean,
If anything, I actually think that shows more
past
family.
that point, to be honest.
no, she's not going to mention that. Why would she?
Dominic Toretto.
Okay.
That's
So X is back as
crazy.
you chose family. Well, again, I just explained how that statement is extremely inaccurate. It just simply is. That is just simply not how things went down.
Okay. That's pretty much how it went down.
This guy just keeps saying yummy in the chat. I think he's talking about you guys.
Okay.
Well, we only know how.
Okay, now if you're just on chat, you can literally argue with me, against me about this, okay? You can argue with me about this, but generally, me not doing the right thing and siding with her and being with her
You would've
is me
caused
choosing my family
problems.
by default.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I chose. I could have went against them and called them out and have them kicked out and fucking whatever the fuck and go against them. That would have still been choosing. It's why I said I was at a crossroad of making I had to make an action.
Like
the story.
literally at the end of the day, he was how should I word this? I mean, there's no other way to word it. He was making a choice, either go with that or go with that, and he chose his family. Like, you know what I mean?
Stories, so we can't start concluding who's the bad guy.
Bro, there'll always be a bad guy, but my bad guy might be different to his bad guy, and his bad guy could be different to her bad guy. So this
Dude,
is just a whole endless spiral of who's the bad guy, who's the good guy.
Stream
You know
literally-
what? I'm the bad guy.
He already told you.
I'm the bad guy.
He
No one's
literally
the good-
already told you,
the
did he
bad guy.
not?
Another what?
And I'm confirming it. This isn't speculation at that point. It just simply is part of the facts.
Okay.
Now, you
The shit got so cooked, and Chad knows about this because I hinted at it, okay? Because I was so mauled about it. It got so bad to a point after I bought this house and I thought I was gonna move in, and then people were moving out, being kicked out, feeling not included. I literally thought about buying a secondary house. Literally, I thought about buying 2 houses, so my brother wouldn't feel alienated and could still live here, and I would live in the other one. Literally, and then I thought about, okay, maybe I'll just sell this house and go back to LA and just forget about everything. I thought about all the possible options that would make me not choose. So the result that is currently happening is me choosing. It's why I'm not lying. I thought about all insane options, something that are like millions of
That's
dollars of pricing
crazy.
out of.
That's literally the Amber Heard and fucking Johnny Depp. Penthouse 2, Penthouse 3.
not choosing, so we can have both.
But that's crazy though. If the brother had to, if like, when a person has to think of that, like, of course, a millionaire, no one else would think about buying a secondary house. But if he has to go to that thought, then that's just fucked.
But
in
I ended up
itself.
having to choose. That's the reality.
why
of
they
it.
were so awful, I don't know. I know the events that made them awful to me. Like,
Yeah, what about the men that what about the opposite? What about you know what I mean? Because you're just saying that they're these evil fucking bastards. You know what I mean? Excuse my language. But what about you? Like, you're
But-
just perfect. Nothing happened. You know what I mean? You just
the fact of the matter is, he is telling you what they did wrong, why he didn't agree with it. Or he's telling you that they did a lot of wrong and he didn't agree with it and he didn't like it and he hates it and he thinks it was awful. I don't think he's ever going to deny that.
What would I?
You're right. He did say it was his fault and his family gave you the short end of the stick. Yep.
Okay, so we agree to that. That's
okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, bro. But it's not like this shit you agreed with like a week ago though, or how many days it was. Like, why are you still
It's a good thing.
waffling about it?
I don't get it. How did I misword that or say that was wrong? I always said this. Boom. That's
Woman
good.
moment.
Okay, we agree.
Those who give up their freedom for their safety gain neither. People keep tolerating his disrespect and expect him to be safe from his actions until they get under fire.
Okay.
I think that
I don't even want to get mad at you. Sammy, you're in the right. I really said, I made wrong choices. I didn't approach things the right way. Sammy, I don't know what to tell you. Good content. You're right. It's good for channel.
So this is her. She's in the chat watching this live, which is the definition of insanity, right? Because this is on the internet, right? It might not be as bad, but think about this in real life, right? Because it is real life, but this is happening on the internet. Just think about this happening in real life. You break up with your boy or girl in real life, right? You split up, right? But there's still some conflict. So you go to your family to talk about, and she goes to her family to talk about, or whatever, right? And then while they're talking about it, right? Then he goes to his friends to talk about it. Well, what's happening now is that he's talking to his friends about it, which is his chat, and then she would be spying like through a window to his house on some type shit, you know what I mean, the TV show, and just spying on what he's doing, what he's talking about. This is what's literally happening. He's talking to his chat, and she's literally like listening to what he's saying in chat, and she's like replying to it live. Like, what the fuck is that? That's not healthy at all. Just move on. Why are you still on it? And about good content, you're right. This is good for channel. Like,
Yesterday,
man.
okay, I even on purpose didn't want to farm people, and I ended my stream after making a broad statement about this and moving on with my life. I made a broad statement yesterday. Easy. I take the blame, I take the fall, I move on, I try to protect you, and we chill. Boom. Donezo. I could have to stem and I go offline. And I did, I didn't farm it. And today, I booted my stream. I didn't farm anything. I didn't
Bro, someone called it a fucking whale. Fucking
any
bro,
of
I'm
this
saying,
didn't happen.
bro, the internet's ruthless.
And I did a league tournament, and I was like, guys, we're done. I went to the bathroom, I looked, there was 5 threads, and a 3.5-hour
You know,
rant
if I'm
about
gonna be
this.
quite honest with everyone.
What am I to do?
Just actually, like, a moment of honesty for me is sometimes you think that as a young couple, you can work through anything. And you think that these are the
Young couple? What the fuck are you talking about? Young couple? You're 26 years old. What's young about that? You're older than him. What the fuck are you talking
growing pains,
about?
and you think that these
By
this is
2
part of maturing as a
years.
young adult. And then, like I said, at some point, there's just like, no.
Like, I'm young. Like, I would be considered in a young couple,
Me,
as a
there's
young,
no
like, if
growing
I was
past
in a
this point.
relationship, you know what I mean?
Enough. That's what I
Young
said.
Felix is 2
I'm
years younger
21 years old.
than me. And when we first got together, I was like 24.
Oh.
You were not young. Yeah. You're right. I'm ancient. I'm so sorry. You're right.
Okay, bro, what do you mean? He didn't call you ancient. He just said you're not young. Like, fucking calm down, man.
But I know, and a big reason why I gave him leniency with certain things that maybe I could have done better. But, you know, you think you're in love. You think that you're going to figure things out. You think that maturity will come.
Look, it's just how it is, right? Every couple argues. There's like, it don't matter if it doesn't matter that if you start arguing, you shouldn't be together. You know what I mean? Because every couple argues, and it's good that you argue. Because if there's a couple that don't argue at all, it's psychotic. You know what I mean? You should be arguing. You should be training to get over things. You know what I mean? Because the relationships that get back together or stay together after big arguments are the most healthier ones. The ones that, you know, should be together forever, right? But if you argue for a lot of times and then you break up, it means it wasn't meant to be. It just means you weren't meant to be together because you're not strong enough as a couple to make it to make the relationship last longer. You know what I mean? You're not strong enough as individuals. So XQC needs to find a girlfriend that's on his level or that has kind of a personality that can go with that, or has a likable personality that his family fucks with, and that goes both ways.
You think that
Because it seems like they had a toxic relationship. They're arguing and I had the same chick. I have a personality that likes to argue a lot and change emotion, as I said, and it tends to not work out with females because like we date for 6 months and it's good for 2-3 months, and all of a sudden I have a problem. And it's a small problem, but it turns into this big thing, and then that's it. That's all it takes. So you need to find a partner that, you know what I mean, that can kind of help you, because, you know what I mean. There are some girls out there that don't like arguing, and they stop the argument as soon as possible. But then there's some girls that love arguing. They want to be right. They want to prove that you're right, and they'll argue for 3 hours just to prove you're right. And I'm that person that loves that shit as well. So if we both love it, it's not healthy. You know what I mean? It's not healthy to try to prove each other right. It's at that point, it's just a video game. You're playing a fucking video game about fucking, I don't know, about lawyers. You know what I mean? Arguing back and forward. You know what I mean? It's not like life anymore.
accountability, responsibility,
Anyway, I'm waffling.
empathy will come, and then they don't.
Okay.
You're in love, you fight for somebody, you're loyal as fuck to somebody, and for you, it's like, and this is the hard part about it, right? Because everyone's like what this person just said. Oh, like you saw the signs on the wall for everyone else. How could you expect yourself to be safe? Is basically what this person is saying, right? And for you, it's like, yeah, the right.
What do you mean safe? Safe about, bro? You're still acting like the brother was holding you captive, like in some storage facility. Like,
It's all over the wall. You're right. It is there.
safe from
But
what?
how much of it is written by other people? When you're loyal as fuck for somebody, when you're fucking in love with somebody, and you're in a loving relationship, so you think, with somebody, then
And why? Yeah, so she's butthurt that she chose him, that he chose his family over her, because she's talking about loyalty, because he didn't cheat on her, right? And I saw the Ice Poseidon thing she did. So if you want to talk about loyalty, you know, but I'm just, you know, that's
what other
another
people are
thing.
saying, in a sense, doesn't penetrate as deep. Like you don't think about it.
Okay, we were loyal and we fought for each other until the very end. Okay, that's why I said that our differences were irreparable and there was no coming back. Because at the very end, that was the breaking point. It's why there was no argument about us being together or not. We already knew.
Yeah, like
We knew
you
that
know,
was a
like
past
it's an
point of no
instant,
return,
like
and it was done so.
it's
That's why
a
I think
mutual,
about this is that
and
it's a
it's
simple
like,
concept.
and it's and I've been in some situations where you don't even have to say anything. You just look at each other and you know, or something happens where you don't even talk about it, or like. You know what I mean? And you just know, you look at each other and you know it, that's it. And you know what I mean? And it's like that's the most healthiest way to end a relationship. But what it looks like, it was a healthy end to relationship, but then because someone, you know what I mean? It was a ripple effect. XQC leaked it and then it turned into this whole thing.
It's boom, and that's it. But before that, we were always loyal.
That way.
Always loyal. Like
And yeah,
what?
you can analyze their actions, but when someone is good,
I don't
at-
think she meant to use the word loyal. I think she meant to use like she shouldn't have used the word at all because she was just fucking she's still butthurt about that she
convincing
chose
is how I'll put
that
it.
he
When
chose.
someone is
Bro, I
good at
can't speak.
convincing,
That he
they'll
chose
convince you of all the
his
reasons why those
family,
people
yeah.
deserve it, and why that was the best.
Okay, Sammy, you want to jump on the call? To be honest, I don't like this.
No way.
Competition is hard.
Bro, no, bro, you broke up with your girl. You took it, but I've never seen this ever,
You
bro.
don't care what I said. People can't bait you. It's not them baiting me. It's not.
They're not, bro. He's not even what. He's watching what you're saying.
It's wait.
Best
This is your
action to take
VOD.
in that moment. And then they start doing the same thing to you. And that is why my first reaction to everything, I was so fucking pissed. Because like I said, for me, it's a big scheme of like, oh, guys, please, you know, I'm the biggest streamer on the platform, but please just don't send any, please don't send any hate or any heartache to my ex-girlfriend, guys. Like, please, like, man, I just really want to stand up for her. And I just really want you guys to see that, man, I just have so much love for her that I just completely went against our agreement.
I thought genuinely that it would be better. It'd be better this way. That I tank it than a death by 1,000 cuts. I thought people prying and being yo. He doesn't follow you on Twitter anymore. Yo, this happened. Hey, he's on stream talking about other girls in a weird way. Hey, he's admiring another girl. Hey, he's hanging out with this girl playing this game. Hey, I thought it'd be easier this way. That you get a billion comments over months, if not years, of this fucking dog shit. I thought it was genuinely a decent call. Boom.
He's not.
Like,
He's not
please,
wrong.
just- my God.
He's not wrong. Yeah, because it's the internet. Because they'll always speculate for, and it's not even for years. They could go on for tens of years, thousands of years, unless they get like a proper like, you know what, we broke up. Because there's some smart people that watch and be like, okay, cool, they broke up and that's it. But there's some kids or like some 12-year-olds that like they still don't know what's going on and they still keep asking and asking, why are you talking to this girl if you're together with Adept? And it's like, bro, take a hint, my guy, please. And it's annoying. It is annoying. But there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Would you rather he didn't say for them to not send hate? At least he's attempting to rein in the fans. No. An attempt to rein in the fans is to not feed them information. That is how you attempt to rein in the hundreds of thousands of fans and the millions of followers on social media. That is
So
how
what
you
happens
rein
if I
it
date
in.
somebody else?
You don't
What happens when
publicize information that is none of their fucking business. You don't fucking do it.